Hello, my marvellous eldritch sausages, and Season of the Witch is off to a very strong start, and it's introduced a new system where we can unlock extra buffs for our guardians, and it also gives us an extra lot of rewards too. It's called the Deck of Whispers, and it's unlocked part way through completing the opening missions of Season of the Witch. Now you can access the deck by going to the Athenaeum, I believe that's what it's called, via the Helm, and there's a table on the right called the Lectern of Divination. Now when you open that, you're presented with what can only be described as a wall of cards, but it's not as daunting as it may first look. So I'm going to talk about how we unlock the cards first, and then we'll have a look at the cards themselves. Now you unlock them by collecting opaque cards, and these drop from the seasonal activities, that's Savathûn Spire and the Altars of Summoning, but they also drop from the ritual activities too. I had some drop from the Strike playlist. Now once the opaque cards drop, return to the Lectern of Divination, and then you'll see random cards flashing, and you select these cards and it will reveal what the card is. Now the cards are divided into two types. You've got Major Arcanas and Minor Arcanas. Now the Minor Arcanas give you the reward instantly, and I've had some Enhancement Prisms, I've had Seasonal Engrams, and I've also gotten something called a Minor Arcana Whisper card, and these work at the ritual table. It seems I've had one that says the next Season of the Witch weapon you focus at the ritual table will be Deep Sight resonant if possible. Now a lot of these cards have padlocks on them, so it looks like these are going to be time gated throughout the weeks of the season. Now the other type of card is called a Major Arcana, and these unlock differently to the minors. Once you turn in the card, there's a task to complete before it's active. So I've had to collect Insight, that's kind of like a new currency I suppose, that drops from public event chests, or making glaive and sword kills in one of the new activities, you know, the Spire or the Summoning Doodahs. They're pretty easy to do, and once you've completed that particular task, then the card unlocks for you. Now you can see here I've unlocked my first 5 Major Arcanas. That's all you can unlock this week, and they each have a different effect. So have a look at number 1 there. We've got this one called the Sisters. Seasonal bonus, keyed chests in the Altars of Summoning and Savathûn Spire will contain additional Whisper cards if available. So that's these babies down here. It also gives you a new daily bounty as well, which you pick up from the ritual table. That's the other table here in the new area. And then it also gives you a final blows have a chance to drop special ammo. Number 2 here, this one increases damage with each final blow. 3 will give you another bounty, so if you have 2 of these actives, you have 2 bounties, plus rapidly defeating combatants has a chance to regenerate health and shields. This one, the Harbinger, number 4 is good. Keyed chests in the Altars of Summoning and Savathûn Spire will contain additional Whisper cards if available. It'll give you another bounty, and also final blows have a chance to create an explosion, damaging nearby enemies. And the last one I have is number 5, a new daily bounty, and rapidly defeating combatants has a chance to drop heavy ammo. However, there are a few rules that apply before you can use any of these cards. Firstly, you need to have unlocked at least 5 for any of the effects to be active in the missions, so you need to do that first. Now, apart from looking at the lectern itself, you can check here around the edges of this particular area, and it'll show you how many of the cards you've unlocked. So you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's number 5 here, and then you can see there's 3 left in that group of 4, and there's one final group of 4 over on this side here. Now at the start of either Savathûn Spire or the Altars of Summoning, a random card from your deck of 5 is picked to be active, so you only pick 1 at a time. Now selecting the cards which are active, you do here back in the Athenaeum, you see. So we can only have 5 possibilities at once. So like I showed you earlier, we've got 12 possible pedestals, so this is where you activate and deactivate the cards that you want. Now I've only got 5, so I can't add any more, but I can deactivate one just to show you. For example, I can take the witch out there, and then it fades and the little flame goes out. So that means that won't be in the active loot pool of possible cards that'll help me out in the new activities. So it's pretty good in the way that you can actually, you have a little bit of agency on which ones get picked, or at least from which pool get picked. Now how do you tell which card has been selected from your deck? Well, it shows you at the beginning of each of the activities. So in Savathûn Spire, when you stick your magic doodah in, it'll show you the card that's been picked. So for example here it says card number 2, and the big problem with this of course is that we don't know what number 2 is, because it doesn't give us an explanation of which card's been picked. A little bit annoying, that is. So for example, number 2 here is increased damage with each final blow, right? So that's what that one is there. But that's how you can tell which card has been picked in Savathûn Spire. In Altars of Summoning, it's exactly the same thing, but before you start each activity, you can see which card is picked after you plant your magic in, and it'll show you which card has been picked. But it'll also show you which card has been picked for your teammates as well, so you kind of know what you're all running, because perhaps one of you might have the one where you have rapidly defeating combatants has a chance to drop heavy ammo, so that's nice to know. That's card number 5, that one is. So it gives you an idea what everybody else has got and which ones you are running, but please, you should have told us which ones have been picked so we knew at the beginning. Never mind, eh? Now, some of these are time-gated, as I'd mentioned before, and there are a couple of mysteries associated with these cards. Sometimes, well, when you're going around the Savathûn's Spire, you can see the cards floating, and it says Arc Attunement necessary or Solar Attunement necessary in order to pick that card up. So we're going to have to see what gets unlocked, because some way, look, we can be able to attune ourselves to one particular subclass, but that's yet to be uncovered. And if you're looking for a free opaque card, there is one here in the Athenium. So we're in the major bit here. If you want to go over here to this tree on the side, I've already picked it up. Hello, alien. But there, look, there's one floating behind the tree here. Well worth picking that one up to get yourself a free card. And of course, don't forget, we're limited to how many opaque cards we can get each week, because the ones with the padlocks on them means, well, we can't unlock them, and how many will unlock next week, we don't know. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's it. 12 cards of the minor cards we can unlock this week, and including the 5 here as well. So we'll see how many we get to unlock per week, but there we go. That's our favourite time-gated thing is back in effect. Now, in Savathûn Spire, there are 2 secret chests for you to collect, and I've done a video to show you exactly where they are and how to unlock them. Here's a link to the video here, and let me know in the comments what you think of the season so far. How's it shaping up? I think it's looking better than Season of the Deep, and in fact, it's one of the better seasons we've had for quite a while, so I'm pretty positive about it. And look, when you come back here in the Athenium, don't forget to have a little look out at the wonderful skybox. And, oh no! Look, there's another 3 weird eyes looking at us. I wonder who that could be. Sausage? Hurt.